Hi Taurus, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a mid-July money and career tarot reading. Thank you so much for joining me, and I do want to take this moment to remind you as always to go ahead and like the video. Do leave me a comment down below in regards to your situation, how it resonates, or some emojis if that's what you feel like doing. And as I came off a bit corny, don't forget to as well subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. But when meditating on your energy overall for the reading, the message that came through was creative solutions take flight. Creative solutions take flight. And let me just shift this on over so we can do some shuffling. We're pulling from the Light Seers Tarot deck. I just love using this deck in general. It's my favorite, but also for money and career readings. But have you been feeling a bit stressed, but feeling like things are starting to work out for you in one way, shape, or form? Either way, keep in mind as I shuffle that this is a general mid-month money and career reading for the sign of Taurus. Let me see here. Yeah, whatever placements ends up being for you. But also, if you're here to hear about a Taurus, wondering what they're up to, how their money and career situation is going, welcome. You are more than welcome to join. But take what resonates because it's general and leave what doesn't for somebody else. And I'm accepting requests at this time for personal readings. So all you have to do is shoot on down to the description box where you'll see the options, pricing, and my email. Just reach out and I'll most definitely get that started for you. For our lovely Tauruses, as I struggle for their money and career situation mid-July. Thank you, Spirit. For Taurus. We have 2 so far. We're aiming for 6. Halfway there. Yeah, it's coming pretty easily. I mean, it might feel like a struggle at times, but it feels like that struggle is sort of fading away, right? Thank you, Spirit. Perfection. Couldn't decide if that should be in the upright position or in reverse, and we're keeping it in the upright. Okay, we can see them all. 8 of Wands. Oh, and the Knight of Pentacles. It might find that things are going from sort of slow-paced to rapid pretty quickly. Feeling as if at times your situation progresses slowly and then it picks up. It might fluctuate, or it might just feel like altogether things are picking up in a good way. Things are happening. Things are starting to fall into place. It's like I'm figuring this and that out, creative solutions to the obstacles that are popping up, or you know, whatever has been holding you back up until this point, even if it ends up being simply one of your old habits. Interesting. So we are beginning with the Knight of Wands. I'm going to shift these down. Feeling a little bit on edge, excuse me if I could even say it, feeling a little bit on edge at times in your work environment or with what you're approaching, you're trying to accomplish, but feeling passionate nonetheless. Feeling as if you are doing what you need to, right? You know, putting your nose down to the grind, if you will, or just accomplishing this and that, checking things off your to-do list and making your way to new levels of success as you feel you truly deserve. Feeling like nobody or any situation is going to get in your way moving forward. And if they try, they're going to, you know, get run over in the process. Feeling at times your passion translates to a bit of feistiness, to kind of reel it back in a little bit and remember that you don't have to sort of insult anybody along the way. Interesting. Going to the beat of your own drum is what's coming through now. Being like, you know, I've done this or that, sort of how other people foresaw it up until this point or up until recently. Or I kind of took too many opinions that surround me to heart for so long, and now I'm ready to do it my way. I'm ready to show people, you know what, I can get my voice out there, I can do this or that the way I foresee it, and you'll see how successful it's going to be, right? Feeling like the confidence within your career, within your finances is starting to pour in and come back. Nice. Feeling like you're just a fiery individual where that passion can be read in the wrong way at times, but you can also, it also is coming off in a very likable way at the same time. The Devil. Ooh, the way I just heard it, overthinking. And I want to say overworking as well. You finding yourself overthinking this and that, to extents that it leaves you questioning if you're making certain choices correctly. But some of you overthink the past, but it's more so about what's happening moving forward. Feeling like you at times questioning the pace of things, if it's fluctuating or if it's just confusing you in one way, shape, or form. But a lot of you are overworking yourself, finding that you have to work 7 days a week, or you have to sort of put in these long days, and you might have to a certain extent or for a small period of time until things start to unravel. But it's like at times you put more on your plate that you need to. A very kind of feeling that came out in the Virgo reading. Allowing yourself to remember that you can accomplish what you need to in a productive manner, right? Feeling like at times quality over quantity is the best route, or simply extending your efforts rather than depleting yourself in the process is how I'm feeling. Feeling like as well you're wrapped up with some people who could be, I want to say contagious, or just unhealthy in their energy or way of being in the work environment, or with certain business deals. And it's like, oh, is this going to be a good person to wrap myself up with moving forward? Can I help this? You know, what do I do? And it feels like you'll come up with a creative solution if there needs one to come to be. And feeling like at times you don't word things correctly because you're speaking without thinking. So let's stop, take a moment, and think before we speak. Feeling as if you're coming off a bit corny at times too, or maybe a bit condescending, and it's like, okay, I got to work on that, right? Trying to improve oneself while you're working towards your level of success in both categories. Seven of Swords. Feeling as if you are, it's as if you are trying to keep your next moves to yourself, or you're trying to keep them from maybe one or two people, feeling as if they are too opinionated, or could try to stop you in one way, shape, or form, or would be jealous maybe for some of you Tauruses out there. And it just makes you laugh, and it's like, I don't know if this level of secrecy is appropriate or if it's right, but it feels like people are watching your every move, whether it's in your work environment or with your business, with whatever you're working towards. Feeling as if you can't even make a financial choice or decision without someone chiming in, or being like, oh, wait, do you actually need that? And it's like, come on, I can make my own choices at this point. Allowing for yourself to remember that just because people vocalize things louder doesn't mean that their point is more valid. Allowing for yourself to remember that your voice is important once again. You gotta get it out there, right? And you don't need to be reminded that these days, but it's like you're trying to remind other people. It's like, I got something to say. I'm gonna get it out my own individual way, even if it's in different forms, right? And some of you, it's about getting your voice out there to get a creative solution going within the work environment, or to kind of clean up a little bit of what feels like someone else's mess, or maybe your own. And it's like, you know what, it's like trying to balance this level of secrecy while the spotlight's on you, while trying to get your voice out there at the same time. And it can feel a bit like you're doing a balancing act. Two of Cups. So a connection comes to be. All right, so for some Taurus, this is all about connection that you find your financial decisions and your career choices affect greatly, and that weighs heavy on your heart, your mind, your soul. But for the majority of you Taurus, this is a business connection, a business deal. You meeting somebody who inspires you or helps you get to where you want to be. You know, you guys working together to come up with creative solutions as everything just starts to take flight, working towards what you deserve, what is meant to be. And you're like, damn, why couldn't this happen sooner? So you're saying it wasn't meant to. Think about what's happened up until this point, the good and the bad. Everything happens when it's meant to, for a reason. Feeling like you are marching to the beat of your own drum, but it's like they are either helping you do so in your, you know, in a successful way, or you're feeling for once you can work with this individual or somebody and still kind of be your own individual person, right? Still able to accomplish what you wanted to begin with. And you're like, now this is a nice connection to have, one to keep around. Some of which it's like a one-time deal where they help you, you help them, help each other, moving on. For some, it's someone to keep around, you know. Yeah, remembering that you're still an individual all the meanwhile, and that your passion's coming back to light, to life the fire within once again, because of these things that are happening, these successes that are taking place. The Chariot. all of which inspires you to hop on that chariot and go after what you deserve. It's mine, I deserve it. Feeling a little bit selfish, but being reminded by Spirit and the universe, it's okay. You know, you've looked out for a lot of people up until this point, or you've, you know, struggled so much to get to where you're going. And it's like, absolutely fast track yourself to where you want to be, right? Just don't, I mean, think about other people, of course, along the way, but, and of course, make sure to instill some balance in your situation. But it feels as if you're so passionate that you're over speaking at times, but just don't overshare, right? With the devil, it feels like you're overthinking what you're doing for yourself, what you're doing for your career, you know, certain financial choices you're making. And Spirit's saying, let's simplify our mind, and that'll help the way you're communicating in certain business deals or just in general in your work environment, or in your life in general as well. But it'll also help you to feel less chaotic all the meanwhile. And you will find yourself, as you simplify your mind, not overthinking your choices as much. Feeling like the color in your life is starting to come back. With the Eight of Cups, it feels like a lot of Tauruses out there are walking away from what no longer works for them, right? Feeling as if you're being pushed by Spirit in the universe to leave the past behind, or to leave certain past struggles behind. Feeling like certain individuals' energies are being left behind in the process. As you change your career, as you change your finances in one way, shape, or form, even if it's not a huge switch up, you find that other people and situations are shedding from your life as well. And Spirit saying, it's purposeful. Life is changing for the better. Trust it. As you are elevated, certain people can't come with you. Certain situations can't stay the same, right? And feeling like, again, some of these changes need to be kept secret, or as the spotlight's on you, as you continue to come up with creative solutions to this and that, as you're fast-tracked to your success. Wow, Taurus. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to email me about booking a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Taurus.